Just a bit outside.
And welcome to another episode of Just a Bit Outside. I'm your host, Steve Ely, and along with me, as always, my co-host, Wes Cook.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
It is St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, sir.
And as I told you earlier, I completely forgot.
I know you did. Unreal.
Yeah, that's what happens when you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, I get it. That makes sense. That's why you should get pitched. You ain't got no green on.
Yeah, I'll get it somewhere tonight, I'm sure.
Out of your beer. Because
Yeah.
we got green beers.
We do have green beers. Green beer today. I like it.
Of course. Oh, man. So, I know last episode we had Jeremiah on, and we appreciate everybody that tuned in and listened to that one. And kind of took us a little bit off course of what we normally do, which is by all means what we want. We want people to get to experience all these different things. But we got free agency that's taking place, people on the moves, people that were supposed to be on the move didn't end up on the move.
Yeah,
And March Madness starts right now.
I know.
We got the first game on UMBC and Howard playing for that 16 seed.
They plan to get beat.
Yeah, play to get beat in all but what? I think it's only happened once, right? UMBC beat Virginia, or did it happen again?
I thought it happened right after that, like a year or two after that.
I thought that, and I'm not positive, so I don't want to say for certain that that's what took place, but might be right.
I think so. I'm looking it up now.
Yeah, it might have taken place twice. But the first time it happened, it was the team that's playing right now, UMBC, who knocked off the number one overall team, which was Virginia, and they beat the brakes off them. In that
They
game.
did. It was what? They ended up winning by like
20.
20 or something like
Won by
that?
20, yeah. It was nuts. But yeah, let's we'll dive into college basketball first because there's so
It is
much.
too.
Yeah. Who was the other one?
It was 2018 was when UMBC beat Virginia.
Right.
And then in 2023, Fairleigh Dickinson beat Purdue.
That's right. That is right. It was just 3 years ago.
Yeah. Before 2018, number one seeds were 135-0, which they should be.
Should be.
Should be.
Losing to a 16 seed as a 1.
Ooh, is rough.
Yeah.
And Virginia did it after like a year after winning the championship?
No, it was
or
before.
they did it,
was
the year before.
It was the year before. So
And
they
then-
used that as fuel
for the
for next
following
year.
year. Yeah.
Because we've had discussions about it. Because we were like, would you be a 1 seed to lose to a 16 if it guaranteed a national title next year? And I said, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd take that all day.
Yeah. It'd be worth it.
Be worth it.
Yeah.
The embarrassment only lasts for the 1 year.
No,
That's it.
no, they keep playing it.
Yeah.
I mean, the embarrassment continues, but you still got that title the following year.
That's what I'm saying. You have the title. It doesn't matter after that.
Oh, it doesn't. I mean, it's one game, it's 1 year. Yeah, it sucks. And you go down as history as the first 1 seed to lose to a 16. Oh, well, it'll happen again, too, because, well, maybe not, because the parity's not going to be there like it has been in the past.
I remember, who was it? Was it Syracuse? That was like the first 2 seed to lose to like a 15.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you're just like, what? How you lose to a 15? And now we've seen that happen several times.
Yes.
It's been 11 times a 15 has beat a 2. Ooh,
All right.
excuse me.
So let's dive in.
All right. Where you?
Our number 1 overall seed is Duke.
Yeah.
I think that's earned, fair, makes
Yeah.
sense. Not going to debate that.
That's fair.
You could have given it to Duke or Arizona, but no, not really much to worry about. Arizona still got a 1.
Oh, yeah.
Duke is a 27.5 point favorite over Siena. in round one. That'll be on Thursday.
I will find a way to have the game going.
Yeah, take that one on chalk. Duke will end up playing the winner of Ohio State or TCU. Those are your 8-9 there in that bracket, or that portion of the bracket. I haven't watched either one of these teams play, so I really don't know where to go here.
I think I watched Ohio State play once. Like I have kind of deep dived hard into basketball a little harder.
Oh well, yeah. Now I mean, just at conference tournaments, that was fun.
That was good stuff.
Get you in.
Yeah, like the last couple of weeks, I've been into the college basketball. Still don't know everybody like I should, but what I will say, and we kind of talked about this through that show, out of all the number one seeds, Duke got the shaft.
Yeah, they got the shaft. As we go through this part of the bracket, you're going to see there's a lot of teams in here that you're going to be like, man, Duke's got a gauntlet to get through pretty much to get to the Final Four. And that all starts with an underseeded team, I think. St. John's got a 5 after winning the conference title. I really thought they could have been a 4 or even a 3 for that matter.
I'm trying to figure out like where in this, how it works, how St. John's wins their Big East regular season, wins the Big East tournament, and they're still a 5.
Right.
Like, just, it's too much for me. It's like, no. And then you put them in the same bracket as the team they just blew out in the Big East championship.
Yes.
Who is a 2 seed.
Yeah. And then they're the 2. Like, how does that work? That puzzles me. The other thing that puzzles me is Purdue was a 7 seed in their own conference tournament. They're a 2 seed in this thing
because they won the Big Ten.
That still doesn't make sense to me. I mean,
they didn't deserve to be a 2 seed.
Absolutely not.
No. Just because you go on a run as the 7th seed in your own conference doesn't make you a 2.
You can't. It doesn't make sense to me.
This bracket is full of stuff like that.
Right, exactly. None of it makes a whole lot of sense. And I don't know if they just threw a bunch of shit on the wall and just hope it stuck and just said, hey, let's see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what the tournament's going to do. It's going to shake out pretty quickly.
It puts St. John's in that scary spot, too, in that 5-12 matchup. And 12s they're big. They win a lot more than any of the other underseeds.
And they get Northern Iowa in the draw, too. Northern Iowa is a very good team.
Absolutely.
They've been very good for several years.
Right. No, This isn't going to be a very easy game for St. John's.
No.
You slide on down and you get the 4 seed. It's Kansas.
Yeah.
Kansas not having a great year. Not a bad year. But by Kansas standards, this is a bad year.
It is a bad year.
They get California Baptist. I don't know who that is. Never heard of them. But welcome to the dance.
Not gonna be too off-putting by this, but I didn't know they had Baptists in California.
It's probably a different type of Baptist than what we got down here in North Carolina.
I guarantee it's a different. It is a different one for sure.
All right. Another one that is. We keep going down. This list is rough. You got Louisville as the 6th seed in this bracket.
Yeah.
And they're taking off South Florida, the 11. South Florida's nothing to scoff at. I watched one of their games in their conference tournament. They are fast, they're quick, and they're defensive. That would be an exciting matchup at the 6-11 round.
I have the bracket I filled out up in front of me.
Oh, okay.
I actually picked South Florida.
Good call.
To win.
I mean, pick against the Dirty Birds anytime, man. Go for it. I'm fine.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I got to pick one of these games somewhere.
Well, yeah, you can't chalk it up. We know that's not going to be the case.
No, it's not.
Yeah. The 3 seed in this bracket, another Big Ten team, Michigan State.
Yeah.
They get North Dakota State as their 14.
Oh, poor North Dakota State.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, legitimately, even Louisville, as the 6th seed, could get hot and go on a run and win this thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
they
it
could
just
end up in the Final Four.
it's just crazy that this bracket is
This
just one section.
This bracket leads me to believe it's not going to be chalk. It also leads me to believe that Duke's going to have a difficult time getting out of it.
Yeah, I think you looking at it, we'll finish it up as we go through. But like Arizona got the easiest draw.
Oh yeah, when we go through that part of the bracket, I agree with you. There's I think you only have 2 SEC teams in there, and you probably have the hottest SEC team in that bracket, but we'll get there. UCF is the 10 seed in this bracket. They get the 7 seed UCLA.
Yeah.
I watched UCF play in their conference tournament as well. Very good. They were hot in the game that in particular they were playing that I watched. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to continue that, right? I mean, they're a 10 seed for a reason, but this team has the ability to move forward at least until the round of 32, where they could potentially face UConn, who gets Furman as a 15 seed.
Yeah, Furman is. Congrats on making the tournament, but you're going home way early.
You think?
Way early.
You think UConn's going to come out?
Yeah, UConn's winning that one, buddy.
Yeah, they probably got their feelings hurt right now after that Big East title game. So.
Yeah, I've got as far as mine is concerned right now, I've got Duke advancing, Ohio State advancing, St. John's, Kansas, South Florida, Michigan State, UCF, and UConn.
Okay, so you got a couple upsets in there. Nothing crazy, but yeah,
nothing crazy.
All right, so at least you didn't go chalk.
No.
That's good.
Yeah, I can't ever go chalk.
Right down, yeah, no, because you know better.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to dive into the South now. This is your bracket, or part of the bracket. As you've got Florida as the 1 seed. I think the winner of UMBC and Howard play.
They play Michigan.
They get Michigan. Okay, The winner of this one gets.
They get Prairie View or Lehigh.
Okay, gotcha. We'll just go ahead and move Florida on.
Yeah.
Arkansas did win the SEC. Arkansas is clicking like at the right time. This is typical for a Calipari team, though.
Yeah.
They can click at the right time. I've seen Calipari win a number of SEC titles and then suck in the big dance. So
you have a lot of experience with that.
Yeah. So the Arkansas team is hot at the right time. Let's see if they can continue it.
Yep.
And we'll discuss them when we get there. But Florida still a very solid team. They end up as a 1, rightfully so, winning the regular season SEC title and making the final of the SEC title game or tournament is also impressive in its own right. So,
Vandy beat Florida.
Nope, you're right. That's right. They didn't make the final.
Yeah,
you're right. It was Vandy and Arkansas. Yeah, because Vandy beat the brakes off Florida. Because Florida beat Kentucky, and then Todd Golden, who is an entire piece of shit, in my opinion.
Okay.
He runs his mouth. He's arrogant. I honestly, this is what I think. I don't think he's that great of a coach. I think he's got lightning in a barrel. He's got a good group of guys, but after this year,
what's he going to have?
Because when you look at the recruiting, it's not matching up. He's just ended up with a good group of guys for last year and this year. And it's a magical run. I think Florida comes back to reality after this year. We'll see. But I just think he won a title. It's almost like when Hurley first did, and like Hurley started getting that arrogance about him. Yeah, but it's the same thing with Todd Golden.
Yeah, Hurley went back to back, so the arrogance is
it's definitely higher. No, I'm not saying Todd Golden's to that level by any means, but he likes to take his jabs at Kentucky, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna kick us while we're down. Okay, cool. We haven't had 3 starters basically the entirety of the year, but that's cool. The guys that we were shaping the nucleus of our team around haven't participated for our team all year. But yeah, you go ahead and do that. That's fine. Clemson and Iowa are your 8-9 matchup in this in the South. I like Clemson.
I took Clemson in my bracket, and only because I've seen them play a little more.
Right. Of course.
I haven't seen
ACC.
Iowa play at all. And
No,
usually I catch at least one Iowa game somewhere along the way. And I'll be honest, the Big Ten kind of just didn't really interest me at all this year for some reason. I just didn't watch any of it.
I mean, really, the only team I've seen play is Michigan.
I've seen Michigan play because I watched the Duke Michigan game,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen Michigan State play.
I've seen Michigan State. That's good. I like Brad Brownell. Used to coach at UNCW a long way back.
Mm-hmm.
He's been at Clemson for the longest period of time.
He's done a good job.
He's done a great job. He's built a sustainable basketball program down there.
Just need to get over the hump.
Yeah, get over the hump. He's been close.
He's been close several times,
Yeah.
but like, it's he's working there.
Yeah.
He's getting good work done.
Yep. So let's see. Iowa's a 2.5 point favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's impressive. Vandy's the 5 seed. It's
Vandy is the 5 seed in this one against McNeese State.
Yep.
I actually have Vandy moving on.
I think the run you saw out of Vandy in the SEC tournament is something that you could, they'll at least give you the promise coming into this, right?
Yeah.
So I like Vandy too. I like Vandy to probably make the Sweet 16 here, as they'll get the winner of Nebraska and Troy.
Yeah, which I have Nebraska going for it in my bracket.
Okay.
I actually watched them play a game, and like I was impressed. Like Nebraska's been solid the last couple of years, and it's been a build up, and then they made it to 23-0 or something before they lost, and then they lost like 2 or 3 straight.
Yeah, it brought them back to reality. Playing those conference games.
But they still had a great season.
Oh no, great season, and earned the 4 seed. I agree.
Yeah.
Nebraska, big on the 3. That's the way this game has turned out, or I guess changed into.
It's what it's morphed into, or how it just evolved.
That's the downside to it, though. You live and die by it, and when you live and die by it, you got to be hot, and you got to get 6 straight games of being able to shoot 50% from behind the arc.
The lid usually falls on it at some point.
It does. Yeah.
Falls on it. Next, we have my team, North Carolina, as the 6th seed against VCU. I just could not pick against them, even though I got a feeling VCU might beat.
Well, yeah, I know you don't want to pick against your team. VCU does have that ability. North Carolina is certainly susceptible to taking an L.
Yeah.
In the first round. They haven't been consistent at all this year, and they're without
Wilson.
A top 5 draft pick in June, so it makes sense. When you're missing the biggest piece of the puzzle, that makes things a little bit more difficult, and I understand that.
Dude, there's whispers that he may come back. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know
but
what in this world an NIL is going to do to hold you back from a top 5 contract.
No, I get that. I understand that. But like there's rumors, like he even posted it on one of his accounts about whether run it back ?
No, I mean, I get it. A lot of these guys do that.
Yeah.
I mean, DeMarcus Cousins wanted to come back in his day, and there was just no way he was going to. That was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
When you're guaranteed a spot like that, it's
hard
to reach that dream, because that's what most of these kids are, right? Is to play in the NBA at some point. And that kid has every tool in his bag to be successful at the next level.
Yeah.
It's really it's really not worth it. I know you can get a lot of money in NIL. There's sometimes more than a rookie NBA contract, depending on where you're drafted. But for a guy that's already NBA ready, it's just really silly.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I get it. Like, I mean, I would love to see him come back.
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, I would love to see more 2, 3, 4 year players.
Yes.
But it's just, that's not that game now with the transfer portal and all this stuff.
No, I know it's not either. And like, God, I want that. Like, I remembered, like, I use these examples, those Duke teams from the early 90s when it was Hurley and Leitner and Grant Hill and those same guys
year
every
after year.
And you're just like, God, I hate this team.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I hate them. And now I honestly, it hurts the hate, if you get what I'm saying. Like, oh, I don't really know any of these guys, and I'm not going to know any of these guys next year. The only thing I know is you play for Duke and I don't like Duke.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have like that JJ Redick hate.
No, you don't get it anymore.
No.
And just because the guys don't stick around long enough for you to build that hate.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so Carolina has the potential to play Illinois or Penn. Penn with a big upset over Yale in their conference title game. I think they were a 9.5-point dog.
Really?
Yep. I put together a little parlay, missed it by one leg. Thanks, Vandy. I bet Vandy to beat Arkansas because I think I bet with my heart there.
I was rooting like hell for Ole Miss.
Hell yeah. No, Ole Miss would have been cool.
I was fine with that. And then I checked the score and they were still in the game. I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah, Miami of Ohio better thank Ole Miss for taking an L.
Yeah.
Because that is a team that you did not want to get in.
If Miami of Ohio would probably have been out if Ole Miss would have lucked up and won the SEC tournament.
Yes. I think they would have been out. Yeah, Illinois and Penn. I mean, I haven't seen Illinois, so I can't say. They're a 3 seed, so I'm assuming it's a good seed for them.
I call the game
like a deserved.
They're solid, very solid number 3 seed.
Okay,
I still think St. John's is better.
Yeah,
at a 5, I still think that it's
right. It's still puzzling.
That it's just that wing of the bracket. Everything about that, it's just puzzling.
Agree.
Everything. I mean, Alabama's a 4 in their bracket?
Yeah.
Come on now. Like, no.
Yeah, so we'll get, speaking of the SEC, your third SEC team in the South is Texas A&M as the 10. They're taking on St. Mary's at 7.
I picked A&M to win this.
I would say they're probably more battle tested.
Yeah.
Just having to play through the SEC tournament and the regular season itself. You got a lot more what are at least considered skilled teams than what St. Mary's matches up with in their conference. On a yearly basis.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I like the Texas A&M pick here. And then Houston and Idaho round this one out. I like Houston. Houston is, been solid year in and year out for the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Sampson's doing a hell of a job down there.
He's always been a good coach.
He has been great. He did not do well at Indiana, but
that was one of those.
His Oklahoma days caught up to him, and a little bit of stuff he was doing in Indiana.
Yeah, but it's still at the time he took Indiana. Was he the first guy after? Knight?
No, Mike Davis wasn't he? Wasn't Mike Davis the first guy after Knight?
Maybe.
I think so.
Maybe. But yeah, it's just like Calvin's done a fantastic job.
Oh yeah, he's a great.
Oh man, the next part of the bracket is we'll go over to the Midwest.
Midwest, yes sir.
For the first round, we've got Michigan, who will play the winner of the game that is currently on. Is UMBC and Howard. I don't think it matters who wins this game. I think Michigan crushes.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think either one of these teams, granted, great, they made it, but playing the playing game as a 16, that's a rough one. Especially to come in and have to play a very, very good Michigan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, by far.
Michigan will have a test in the second round, though. They get the winner of Georgia and St. Louis as the 8-9 matchup.
Both of those teams are very good teams.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Georgia's very battle tested. St. Louis has sustained success and been pretty consistent throughout the entire year.
Yeah, they have.
So I like that matchup alone. Georgia's a 2.5 point favorite, but I think that one's tight. You could pretty much take either one, but either one of them will play Michigan well.
Yeah, I in my bracket I took St. Louis.
St. Louis. Okay.
Yep.
Then you have Texas Tech as the 5 and Akron is your 12.
Oof.
Another 5-12 matchup. Texas Tech looks good.
Texas Tech does look good. I've got Texas Tech advancing. Two MAC schools making it like this is kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they're just a one team conference.
This was the one team in the MAC that could hold a candle to Miami, Ohio.
Yeah.
I guess UMass could too, if you want to say it. But
Yeah. I mean, Miami, Ohio got in for what they did during the regular season.
Right.
They're only one of only a handful of teams that ever go 31-0.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to say. And I'm glad they put them in because, you rewarded them for what they've actually done. Granted, they can only play who they play, but I saw a list of teams they tried to schedule for this year, and everybody said no.
Yes.
Like there was teams they tried to play teams. They tried to put a decent schedule together, and everybody said no. I don't know why they would say no. And to me, it'd be, when Florida.
It probably worked out in their favor, though.
Oh, yeah, 100% did.
Because they still make the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, not a great strength of schedule. What did we say? 265 or something like that? It's awful.
Awful. 0 quad 1 games.
Yeah.
They were 2-0 in quad 2 games, and I think their 2 wins were against Akron, I believe.
One was against Akron. They only played Akron once, I believe.
Who was their other quad 1 win? Or quad 2?
Not positive. I had to dig into that one.
Yeah.
But yes, those are. If Miami, Ohio would have gotten to say 2 top 25 matchups or played 2 quad 1 teams, who's to say that they end up with wins in both of those games and then, eventually lose in their first matchup of the MAC tournament? I
didn't even realize UMass was in the MAC.
I didn't either.
Did not even realize. I was like, when did that happen?
God only knows.
I was pretty sure you were in the A10 at one time, right? thought that's where you were, but apparently not.
This part of the bracket has 3 SEC teams in it as well. Or actually 4. This one, because this would be the second team. This is Alabama is your 4.
Yeah.
Hofstra is the 13.
I've got so far in this bracket, I had Michigan advancing, St. Louis advancing, Texas Tech advancing, and Alabama.
Yeah, I think Bama's going to handle Hofstra, no problems. They're 11.5 point favorite. I just think NATO's to get it done. But speaking of Alabama,
is
he their starting point guard?
I think so.
2 pounds of weed
in your car. You are an idiot.
4 days before you tip off for the NCAA tournament. You got nobody in the car with you to say, that's my weed?
Right? I mean, shocking he was able to post his $5,000 bail, right?
Oh, man. That's less than a game check for that kid, I'm sure.
Oh, way less.
Yeah.
Way less. I got to imagine he ain't playing.
They say he's suiting up.
He has been charged with a Class C felony drug possession charge.
Yeah, you got that trafficking on there.
Not for personal use.
Right.
And
trafficking.
And a failure to affix a tax stamp charge. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Guessing that's registration?
Maybe.
That's probably why he got pulled over, too.
They're both felonies, and, registration wouldn't be a felony. I don't know what the tax stamp is.
I've just figured the tax stamp is just the...
they are both felonies and carry a maximum sentence of 10 years in jail and a $15,000 fine. I need to know what that is. Let's look that.
Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, that is a hell of a charge. Hell of a lot of weed to be caught with. Man, why do you got 2 pounds of weed on you?
That is just dumb.
Why are you carrying it? You got to have people in your camp that carry that for you. You can't be the one taking the fall, man. Because as far as I know, that's got to be the breadwinner of his group.
Ooh. Failure to affix a tax stamp charge is a criminal tax violation, often a felony, triggered when individuals possess or distribute controlled substances without paying state-mandated taxes.
Oh, nice.
So did he have weed in a state where weed is legal and didn't have a
Is
tax?
Alabama is weed legal in Alabama?
I don't know.
I don't think so, man. That's right in the or that's in the Bible Belt. Like I don't know if it is. Might be.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, figure that one out. We get another SEC school as the 6th seed. That's Tennessee. They will play the winner of a playing game. Who is that? I'm not seeing it. It just says TBD.
Which on who is it?
Tennessee.
They play Miami, Ohio, and SMU winner.
Okay.
But I have Tennessee advancing.
Yeah, Miami, Ohio, SMU. I like the ACC school, to be honest with you.
I think SMU will beat Miami of Ohio pretty easily. I don't know why I'm on the Tennessee to get to the next round, but I am. I got Tennessee facing Virginia in the second round of 32. That one, I'll be honest, I flipped a coin.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
I flipped it and said, all right, and I Tennessee won. So I've got Tennessee advancing to the
Sweet 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't have them going any further than that.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it for Rick Bards.
Yeah. Well, Virginia is the 3 seed. They get Wright State.
Yeah.
Virginia's the 18.5 point favorite. So you've got us looking at a Virginia-Tennessee matchup.
Yes.
Like it. Nothing wrong with that. Then we get down to my team. They're a 3.5 point favorite, surprisingly, as the 7 seed over Santa Clara, the 10. Yeah, this is a favorite for a lot of people to pick as an upset. Rightfully so. Kentucky has not been great all year, but it does come back to, what we've been dealt with injury wise and players availability throughout the year. It's just been a very difficult ride for Mark Pope this year.
I get it.
You would hope for a lot more, I guess, out of year 2 because of year 1 being so. It just exceeded expectations from what you thought was going to be a reset for Kentucky. It really wasn't last year.
It looks like the reset year is happening now.
Yeah, and now it's like, oh wait, this is probably what we should have got last year, just so our expectations were down here, instead of kind of being up here again. But I'm still with Pope trying to figure it out. There's a lot of times on the sidelines he looks a little lost. He doesn't make a lot of adjustments to necessarily eliminate some of the bad things that you see going throughout a game. And just to correct those things and just to put players in the best possible position to be successful. So I think those are things that can change as he grows a little bit. But this is where we're at. I would simply pick Kentucky here because I'm biased as hell. But I will say I like that if this was the part of the bracket to be in, I like this part of the bracket. They got a lot of teams they're familiar with here. Kentucky being the 4th SEC team here. I'm not sold on Iowa State being a strong number 2 seed, but that's who they would match up to play in for the Sweet 16 and a potential rematch against Tennessee. Kentucky's 2-0 against Tennessee this year. They match up well with them. Beating a team 3 times in the same year is a very difficult thing to do. So I don't like that as much as I said I did like it. I don't know if I like it either. That being said, I could 100% see Kentucky losing on Friday, and I could also see Kentucky winning Friday, just depending on which team comes out to play. Really,
I have them advancing.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know a whole lot about Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Just because.
They have a star freshman. He can shoot lights out if he gets hot, which teams, these kids that don't get a whole lot of, TV time throughout the year, they tend to get hot here. They make a name for themselves in this tournament. There's a reason it's called March Madness.
Oh, it's the dude from St. Louis.
Yeah.
What's his name? Villa.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still there.
What is it, Baby Jokic?
Yeah, Baby Jokic or Kareem.
Yeah.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, Cream. I mean, there's a lot of good nicknames for the big white kid.
Oh, yeah.
Iowa State and Tennessee State round this one out. Iowa State,
I'm guessing they're a huge favorite.
24.5 point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So doesn't mean anything in this tournament. You still got to take each game at a time. But I think Iowa State is obviously good enough to move forward.
I like Iowa State. Then we got to go back to the West.
Yeah.
I moved us over without hitting that.
Yeah. So we got Arizona as the 1 seed, of course, over there. They get Long Island. They are 30.5 point favorite. Arizona has been one of the top teams from the beginning of the year all the way throughout. I like Arizona to advance, obviously.
Yep.
They get the potential, or they potentially get Villanova or Utah State.
Yeah. Villanova, surprisingly, essentially the third best team in the Big East this year.
Yes.
Beat everybody else but St. John's and UConn. I'm sure they lost them somewhere else along the way. It just wasn't those losses, but They were the third best team in the Big East. Utah State's really strong. This is another one that I kind of like flipped the coin on. I picked Utah State to go to advance here.
Okay.
These 8-9s are just always the hardest for me to pick.
Right. Utah State is the favorite. They are a 1.5 point favorite.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
At me.
Yeah. So, next one is the 5-12 matchup. You got Wisconsin against High Point University right here out of North Carolina. Yeah, the Fighting Tubbies, where they used to be. That's where Tubby Smith went to school, coached a period of time.
There's a couple
two different tenures there.
I feel like Rick Barnes went to High Point.
I think he's from like Lenore,
yeah, I think
that
he's
area.
From
so, yeah, he went right.
I think he went
stayed at
High
home.
Point.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, Wisconsin, they've been very inconsistent this year.
Very inconsistent.
So
very.
They've put up some good games and then they put up some duds.
What's the spread on this game?
Wisconsin's a 9.5 point favorite.
Really?
I like the 12 here.
I did too.
Yeah,
I took the 12.
I like the High Point here. I like the High Point to advance and I think they'll play Calipari's team, Arkansas, the 4 seed.
Yeah.
Who gets Hawaii as the 13 in the next round or in the other matchup there. Arkansas is a 15.5 point favorite. I like Arkansas to advance here. After the SEC run, I kind of like seeing an Arkansas-Arizona matchup out west in the Sweet 16. That'll be very interesting.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be very interesting.
The 6th seed in this one's interesting. You get BYU.
Yep.
You got one of the best players in college basketball this year on that team.
Oh, yeah.
So this will be interesting to see what BYU can do.
Got potentially the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially with all the stuff going on with Peterson in Kansas and stuff. Like I'm not going to say his play is causing him to lose.
More of his mindset.
It's his mindset and everything else that is
his actions.
That 100%. Is drawing like the ire of people. I mean, his talent is ridiculous. I have no problem with his talent, but like the attitude is just not what you want to see.
You don't want that as a professional franchise at all.
Well, I saw an interview the week that he was trying to essentially taking himself out of the game. Yeah. And then, AJ from BYU, or is it AJ?
Yeah, it's AJ Dybonsta.
Abasa or something like that.
Dybonsta, I believe.
Yeah. Anyway, that was going on. In the same week, there was a game that AJ played a like 42-minute overtime game or something like that. 42-minute, 43-minute.
You want the guy with the motor and that wants to be out there.
And they were talking to him about it. He's like, I'm sure it's because they were asking him about playing all the minutes and stuff. He's like, I'm sure they don't really want me to play, and I don't really want to play this minute, but I got to do what I got to do so we win basketball games.
Yeah.
And if it takes me playing this much time, then that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the attitude that Peterson needs.
100%. You need to lay it all on the line.
Yes.
Instead of conserving yourself throughout a year. That's ridiculous.
Well, Caleb Wilson said when they played together on the McDonald's All-American team, he never passed in the ball.
Yeah.
Never. What? Come on, bro. It's an all-star game. Everybody's supposed to get in it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. You're not like no one's watching your defense, I promise.
Yeah, no one's playing defense in that game. It's just like an NBA all-star game.
Yeah,
nobody is playing.
Yeah. There's a reason those scores are in the hundreds.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's see. But it's BYU against Texas, winner of Texas or NC State.
Yes.
I don't really know who's going to win the Texas NC State game.
That's going to be a good game.
But I do have the winner of that game
one
advancing over BYU.
I don't know if there's anybody on Texas or NC State that is going to stop AJ on that team.
It's not about stopping him. Sometimes it's all right, cool. You do whatever you want. We'll handle everybody else.
I know, but this guy can take over a game.
Oh no,
I think being on this stage, I like BYU to advance.
I mean, I just one of my guesses.
No, I mean, all of it is right.
Like, it's all guesses.
Really, there's no way.
The only places I'm not really guessing are the one seeds that I'm not guessing there.
No, pretty much none of those.
Yeah.
Gonzaga is your 3 seed in this bracket. They get Kennesaw State.
I wish Gonzaga wasn't beat up. They got some injury stuff going on. I think they still roll here easily. I think I like a Gonzaga BYU second round matchup. That could be a very interesting game.
Yes. Little West Coast flavor on that one.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. A lot of West Coast or a lot of West side of the country teams out there, which I thought was funny. I'm like, oh man, you let Hawaii stay at West, but you know, couldn't send them somewhere.
Send Arkansas across the country.
Yes.
Yeah.
Send St. John's across the country. Like I think St. John's, like that part of the bracket is being played out West too. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong. But
your 7-10 matchup is Miami and Mizzou.
Another SEC school, another ACC school.
This would be a good matchup. This is a coin flip. Miami's a 1.5 favorite here. Just throw it out there. Kentucky did beat Mizzou in the SEC tournament. So.
Yeah. I took Miami to win.
I like Miami too.
To advance. Miami played. I watched the Carolina-Miami game, and like Miami just showed me some stuff. Granted, that was a game that didn't have Caleb Wilson in it, but Miami just looked better.
Yeah.
They played. They just outbodied Carolina inside. It was kind of weird to watch. I don't think Basir played that game either. So like they were smaller than they normally liked.
Yeah, Purdue's the 2 in this bracket. This is the last matchup we've got. Purdue and Queens.
Is that Queens College out of Charlotte?
No, I don't
think so, man.
Is it? Queens University.
Where's it at?
They're in the ASUN.
Where's it at?
Yeah, I think it is the one out of Charlotte. You're right.
Look at that. The Royals, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. That is interesting.
Well, they are from Charlotte.
Yep. Like Purdue to advance. Here's one of my, I guess, what you would consider an upset by just looking at the seed line. I think Purdue doesn't make it to the Sweet 16.
I've got Purdue making it to the Sweet 16.
I like Miami to beat Purdue next matchup.
That's not bad. You marking this down for you, and then we can battle it out.
We can go back and listen to it. But just to round out this, let's give a prediction here to start everything. What's your final four?
My final four, very chalky. Very, very chalky.
All ones?
I have Duke, Houston, Arizona, Michigan. And that's what I have. What are you looking? What are you thinking?
I like Houston out of the South. I'll agree with you there. If Arkansas is for real, I think Arkansas can make a run to the Final Four. I want to get outside the lines of the ones and the chalk.
Dude, I was trying to too, and it's just so hard. Like I
do like Arizona. I love the consistency. I'm not saying anything against it. I think if it does come down to Arizona or Arkansas, give me the winner of that matchup for the Final Four.
Guess where? I didn't know this until last night because I had to look it up, or this weekend because they were talking.
Acuff is the deal.
They were talking to the Arizona coach. He is a Mark Few disciple.
Oh.
He was an assistant at Gonzaga for like 20 years.
Okay.
That's where he came from. Because in the interview there, because he was on one of the tournament shows and stuff,
sure.
And he was talking about it, and he was like, yeah, coming from Gonzaga, we're usually by this time of the week we were sitting down doing nothing, kind of trying to scout and figure out, where are we going to be, who we going to be playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, really? What's all the Gonzaga stuff? And then I looked it up and realized he was like the assistant until he got the Arizona job.
Wow. Okay.
So, I mean, I just thought it was weird. Like, I was like, yeah, he's talking about Gonzaga. Like,
how many few disciples are there out there in head coaching?
That's the only one I know of.
The same.
But who knows? Hey. He's doing a fantastic job.
Starting a new train. Not train.
A new tree?
New tree over here.
New tree? Yep. Yeah, but it was just like, okay. So anyway, you like the potential of Arkansas coming out of the West. I'm not against it either. Like I've got Arizona beating Arkansas in the Elite Eight,
right? Or that's
to Sweet 16.
Sweet 16. Yep. Yeah. I just say if it's that matchup, I like the winner of that one to come out of there. I'm going to say Arkansas. I think Cal has finally got him clicking a little bit. They're all healthy. Acuff, that kid he's phenomenal.
I think this is clearly the weakest of all the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, I think Arkansas being a 4 in this bracket is weird.
Yes.
Like I don't like the seeding at all for a lot of these.
Yeah, I would probably even swap like Gonzaga and Arkansas as a 3-4 here.
Yeah.
That way you have the potential for like an Arkansas Purdue matchup or whatever. But then you hold off that matchup of Arkansas and Arizona for the Final Four match.
For an Elite Eight.
Yeah, for an Elite Eight matchup to go to the Final.
Yeah.
You go over here to the East. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be Duke. I think can Duke do it? Absolutely. This team is very talented. Want to go on a whim, throw St. John's as an option, but it's always UConn. UConn, when they're hitting on all cylinders, they're a tough out. But as St. John's has proven, it's not. Maybe they're not a tough out.
I don't know what it is about Hurley there's just something about him that just rubs me the wrong way.
Oh, you know what it is. He's arrogant as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know what it is.
I just don't like it. I don't like his attitude. I actually have them losing to Michigan State.
Okay.
In the Sweet 16 round. Which
that's another thing here. I think Michigan State could very well make it out of here.
Dude, anybody in the top 5.
Yes.
And honestly, Louisville at 6 could get hot and go on a run.
They very much could.
I mean,
I am hoping not, but they very much could.
I think this portion of the bracket has more teams that could make the run than any other section of the bracket.
Correct. Yeah.
And
this
for
is
Duke
a lot
to be
of
the
options.
number one overall seed, they got shitted on.
They did. They got a very tough out here. And I think that it could be their undoing. A Sweet 16 matchup with St. John's or Kansas. Then you've got Michigan State or UConn on the other end of that. I mean, or Louisville for that matter.
Yeah. I mean, Kansas is still sitting there.
Yes.
So, I mean,
there's a lot of tough outs for Duke there.
That is going to be the bracket that's going to be the most fun to watch.
I agree. Down to the South. Who do I like to come out of this? I think Houston. I agreed with you on that. It was the Midwest. I didn't make. That was tough. I might go chalk with that. I think Michigan can.
I got Michigan and Iowa State playing in the Midwest final.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad choice at all.
I mean, Iowa State's been very good all year. They've been a top 10 team all year long.
Yeah.
I mean, their problem is they've had to play like Houston and Arizona. And, you know,
tough draw. Michigan. I would take Michigan there. So Michigan, Arkansas, God knows what it is out of the East. And then, Houston.
Yeah, it's hard for me to pick Duke, but I've seen them play a lot.
Oh, no, I get it.
Seen them play a lot.
I'm not trying to take anything away from them. I'm just saying.
It hurts me as a Carolina guy to say I think Duke. But once we get to the Final Four, things get a little changing.
Yeah. I think my final, I'm going to say Michigan, Houston.
I've got Arizona and Duke.
Yeah.
With Arizona winning. What I've got.
Yeah. I just want to take it a little bit off the path. I don't like chalking it up. Although it's not necessarily always a bad thing either, right? Because those do come to fruition at times. So
I hate chalking it up. I mean, we had 2 years ago, we had like all 4 number 1 seeds make the final for the first time in a while.
Yep.
You're like, what? It's going like, oh, look, chalk actually was right. I'm like you. I hate going chalk all the way around. I have to pick, like, I just find a game and I'm like, I'm just going to pick this team. I don't care. There's always an upset somewhere. It's always that 11-6, 12-5 matchup that there's always something going on. I honestly don't think 10-7 is that big of an upset.
No, it's not. That's the next closest to an 8-9 matchup, right?
Yes.
So it's not really an upset in that.
No, it's not.
You can't call it that. It's when you get to the 6-11 and the 5-12 matchup.
Yes,
those are your upsets.
4-13s, which don't happen very often, but they happen.
Let's say Houston takes it up because I don't think
I wouldn't be shocked.
No, not at all.
All right, shocked.
All right, we'll move forward. Maybe we should get some Good Feels first.
I'm down with that. Down with some.
Good Feels is a cannabis seltzer that you can get at getgoodfeels.com, and they offer a new era of refreshment crafted with high quality natural ingredients. These beverages provide a consistent, enjoyable, uplifting experience perfect for any occasion. And you save using Jabbo the Pod as your promo code at checkout.
I like it, sir. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Still can't believe that. How do you get caught with 2 pounds of weed and still get to play?
Well, this is Alabama. This is what they do.
It's true.
They had a dude deliver a gun to a murder and let him play.
Yeah, that's true.
Someone calls you and says, hey, bring me my gun. What do you think that means?
I'm going to shoot somebody.
Exactly.
Or I'm at least going to wave it in somebody's face.
Right. I'm like, come on now. We know what's happening. This is the same team.
Yeah.
What's
sad is I like Nate Oates as a coach, and then every now and then he just does something that's just like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, man. It's
you have no moral value.
No.
You are like win at all costs.
Yeah, the morals are not there.
And I clearly remember saying on this show that, like, a few years ago before like all the stuff kind of came out that, we were talking about like better when I was complaining about Hubert Davis, and I'm like, I would take Nate Oates in a heartbeat. And now I don't know if I would.
Yeah, I don't know if he, it's just that I don't think he's going to get a lot of looks at other schools because of these types of actions.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that kind of eliminates him as an option because
we say that, but every coach gets redemption at some point.
Yeah, I mean, look at Rick Pitino.
Yeah.
It's there. There's opportunity.
Dude, it would not surprise me if they ran the table. Like, that would not be a shock for me to see if St. John's won it all.
No, not at all.
Wouldn't be a shock.
That wouldn't be a shock.
And then you got to kind of put it on him as he might be one of the greatest coaches of all time.
To win with 3 different schools, even though one was vacated.
Yeah. But I mean, he
already been in the Final Four with 3.
Yeah. I mean, he's the only coach to take 6 teams to the tournament. Every place he's coached has made the tournament.
Yeah. Impressive.
I knew when he got the eye on the job that was not going to last long.
No. That was the stepping stone to get back to New York.
To get to the big job, get to another big job. And then St. John's come calling. I'm like, I kind of like that.
Well, he's a New York guy. It's perfect. It's there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's if there was a coach for a spot, it's that head coach for that spot.
He fits it.
Yeah.
All right. Free agency.
Oh, man.
Trades. Everything.
Let's talk about the trade.
The new year of the NFL has officially started.
Let's start off with the trade that didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest one, right? That's what everybody wants to talk about.
I find it absolutely crazy.
Buyer's remorse, 100%.
I think they realized they could get Hendrickson on a cheaper deal.
On a cheaper deal
and keep
for free.
And keep draft picks.
Oh, yeah. When they knew he was interested and they could sign him, they eventually did.
They were talking to him the same day that Crosby was in the building.
Right. Well, because that's what the plan was, right? That was the plan. When they made the trade, they were stoked. And then they're like, oh, shit, we gave up 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can we go back to free agency real fast and just take a look and see what's out there? Because everybody knew Max Crosby had surgery.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like this wasn't known. The thing that Max and everybody else is talking about, like, he's hitting all his benchmarks.
Yes.
For recovery. So backing out because he failed a physical when you knew he had knee surgery.
Right.
You wouldn't have made you wouldn't even have thought about the trade any other way.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Just crazy. I mean, Baltimore it's some of the stuff they do is just shiesty. I mean, they got you guys.
Yeah. The Jair Alexander deal.
Yeah.
They knew he was contemplating not playing.
Yeah. And no, man, he's healthy, good to go. And then he played one game?
He didn't play a game.
Didn't play a game, and then he decided he was going to retire.
Yeah.
Yeah. After they get a 4th round, 3rd round?
Yeah, I was like, what? So we got the salary back, which was nice, but where's the draft pick?
Yeah.
Like the draft pick should be compensated because it was a 4th or 5th rounder for him.
Yeah, I knew it was somewhere up there. I knew it wasn't a first or a second, but I knew it was like a 3rd or a 4th, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, like so that draft pick should essentially be given back because that's shady right there.
That's shady dealings.
But guess who's not dealing with the Ravens anymore? Any owner.
No, I gotta imagine nobody is.
Yeah.
I definitely know Philly's not. I definitely know Vegas isn't.
No.
Like, they are done. I mean, Vegas moved him thinking, hey, now
we got all this cap space.
And started spending money.
They spent money, too. I mean, you want to talk about some winners in free agency, at least on paper, the Raiders did well. Did really well. And
I think the Ravens were just mad they took Linderbaum from him. I think that's what it was. I mean, because he's arguably one of the best centers in the game.
Yeah.
And they just said, we're going to reset the market with that guy. Which good on him. He did. I mean, he's making the high. He's
the highest paid center of all time now.
Yeah, he was the first center to, I think, make like 15 a year. And then he was the first center to make 20 a year. Now he's the first center to make 30. Good on him.
Yeah.
Good on him. Let's see what else. There was a bunch of moves that I.
Yeah, I mean, you got to imagine, like, as Crosby, it's like, oh, going to a winner. That's great.
Yeah. Good.
Like, this has potential, right? This defense is known for being so good. And you got to talk about even the fans, right? Like, the fans were excited. I mean, I've seen stuff where people went out and got tattoos of the guy on them.
Yes, they were stoked.
They were slinging jerseys. I mean, all this stuff, right? Yeah, and then you nix that trade. Like, it is absolutely shady dealings by the Ravens, and that's not going to bode well here for at least the foreseeable future.
Yeah, it's pretty shady.
Yeah, you're not going to, like, imagine draft day. I can't imagine that the Ravens going to be able to pull off any trades involving a player.
No.
Whatsoever.
Nobody's traded with them on draft day.
No.
I can't imagine they would.
Those two things that just happened. I mean, one of them just came out because of the Crosby thing, but those two things, I mean, yeah, that's just bad business.
Yeah. What do you think about the Chiefs acquiring Justin Fields?
I mean, I think Justin Fields has potential to be a good starter given the right situation.
Yeah, I think he's going to a fantastic place.
Give him the opportunity. I think they're not going to have to change the offense too much for him.
No,
if he's put into that place, they've given themselves a good option in the instance that Mahomes does good.
Yeah, well, I mean, Mahomes, they're hoping he'll be back,
right? But you can't guarantee that, so this is good insurance.
Yeah, you're looking at. I don't know if Mahomes plays week 1. I mean, timetable wise, you're looking at 9 months when training camp starts.
Yeah, so you need to make sure to, like, you got to look at that first matchup. How important is it?
There's people talking about that, like the first, like, probably 5 weeks of the Chiefs' schedule is going to be cake.
Would not shock us at all.
No, it wouldn't. I get it. It.
Line them up with the Raiders back to back early.
Oh, God. Yep.
Go ahead and knock these 2 division games out quick.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys I like moving. I like the Giants acquiring Isaiah Likely.
Not a bad move. I mean, all you're doing is helping Jackson.
Yeah. There's talk that they may be interested in Love from Notre Dame with the 5th pick, which not terrible.
No,
not terrible. Would be a nice 1-2 punch with him and Scatterboot.
Well, yeah, and then you get Neighbors back.
You get Neighbors back too.
You're talking about just having a full repertoire.
They acquired another wide receiver too. I don't remember who it was.
Well, they lost Wandale Robinson, who got paid.
Where did he end up?
Oh, I forgot.
I know he
ended up elsewhere. Wasn't the Chiefs, was it?
I thought it was it the Raiders?
Yeah, I think the Raiders. Might have been. Nope, Titans.
Tennessee. Oh, well, he's going there.
More of the same.
More of the same. I just, like, so far though, like, has there been any move that's surprised you other than the Crosby trade failing?
Mike Evans, the 49ers.
That was an interesting one to me.
That one's interesting. Because just of the age. I'm not trying to take away from that man's ability, because that is one of the best to ever do it. But you got a top 5 receiver in your mind, and Brandon Ayuk, they could have been nice too and brought him back, but he's by all means gone.
Well, they tried to bring him back. They gave him a big deal, and he never played after they signed him. and then he's not rehabbing and stuff. Then they're like, are not showing up to the facility. I mean,
That's like a top 5 wide receiver to me.
what the fuck is that shit? I think that dude's getting ready to be out of the
Clear-cut number
league.
one.
Hey, he was. He has the talent. He doesn't have the mental capacity to keep his shit together, apparently.
You're telling me and Bob are right.
Telling you, you're right.
All right. So, yeah, but no, that's interesting. Very interesting move is Mike Evans leaving Tampa Bay. I thought he had a pretty good situation there. I just don't know if they were up against the cap to re-sign him.
I didn't think his deal,
It's not a huge deal. No,
It's not a huge deal either. But I think San Francisco deal, like I know it's a 3-year deal, but I think it's like front loaded pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I like it. I like the move.
Yeah. Wasn't a fan of Reed Blankenship moving on. He went to Houston. That hurt. That was one I would have liked to keep around. Just the safety. Yeah, he was a leader in the locker room, a leader on the field. He was consistent. Yeah, he was available, and he did a good job. And the dynamic between him and Cooper DeJean, that one hurt. I knew there was no way we were going to be able to bring back Nakobe Dean. I do love the fact that he spit the Cowboys' face on the way out, went to the Raiders.
Yeah.
That was sweet. Even the Cowboys giving him a more lucrative deal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and he was like, nah.
Nope. He's like, I'm going to go to the Raiders. So I appreciate that. He'll be a bird for life just for that move alone. Also helping us win a Super Bowl, of course. Let's see. You all traded somebody.
Yeah, I'm looking now. I mean, Romeo Dobbs went to New England.
Yeah, I think that's when they realized AJ wasn't going to be an available piece for New England.
Yep.
That just wasn't going to happen. And I don't think anybody really truly understands that the only way it would make sense for Philadelphia to deal him is to get draft compensation for him.
Yeah.
It's not player for player here, right? You can do player for player if you're going to deal somebody on a rookie deal.
Yep.
And they can't, because the Eagles are going to have a dead cap hit regardless if it's before June 1st or after.
Ain't nobody.
And it's not worth it. So the only way to justify that dead cap hit is to bring on more rookie deals.
Yeah.
And that means you're going to have to give up a young, talented guy, or you're going to have to give up draft compensation, and it's going to be hefty. And as you see, some of these wide receivers move and sign elsewhere. I mean, the deal we saw today that took place.
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle going to Denver. I mean, that included a first-round pick.
That just seems like a high price to me.
But it's setting that market, right?
Yeah.
It lets you know that A.J. Brown is going to be worth the price tag that the Eagles are asking for.
Yeah.
And if you truly want him, you got to give up what is being asked.
You got to come off of it. I agree with you.
And I do not blame Howie Roseman one bit for putting such a high price tag on it because of what it is. Regardless if A.J. Brown wants to be there or not, I don't give a shit. You're under contract. And you're going to figure it out.
Yeah, but you can have guys that.
And I truly believe that A.J. Brown wants to be there. There's just, there's so much bullshit reporting that goes on from just the minuscule fake websites to people wanting to just have clickbait and engagement on their shit. Yeah. It's just annoying.
The thing is, though, wide receivers are just finicky like that. They're just diva-esque like that.
Come in and check out the new offense. Let's see how it goes. Apparently, everybody is loving this guy.
I mean, you got to give it a roll.
Yeah,
but we'll know within a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll see what week 5 says.
Yeah,
we'll go from there. If AJ has 500 yards receiving and 10, 11 targets a game, he's gonna be happy.
He'll be happy.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about him.
Yeah. I think the Panthers have done a lot of good work.
Yes.
Shoring up some spots that they neneeded help in,
Yeah, I mean, they definitely overpaid for Jalen Phillips. He had a good year with Philly. I would have liked to bring him back, but probably for about $10 million a year less. I feel like this is a case of overpaying
I
somebody.
think he would have got a good deal regardless. I don't know if he would have got that deal.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes you'll see the smaller market teams like that too overpay for that talent.
Well, that's what they needed. They needed a pass rusher.
You just need this guy to stay healthy.
Yeah,
and that's going to be a big thing.
Yeah, lining him up next to Derek Brown.
No, he's a good piece. He's a good, solid player. I liked him. I would have loved for Philly to bring him back, but like I said, that price tag, it was too much to compete with. And the guy went out there and earned that, his payday, and he got the bag. So good for him. That was one that I thought we would be able to bring back. I just didn't think that market was going to get that high for him. So it's understandable. And how he's going to do how he thinks. We'll see how it goes. If you look at Philly, just on paper, an edge rusher is a necessity. So I'll be interested to see what draft day brings.
I mean, my thing about the Phillips thing is you get a guy, a 26-year-old edge rusher.
You're getting him in his prime.
He's solid. I can't believe they were able to get Devin Lloyd from Jacksonville too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge deal.
Yeah,
a huge deal for them. Of course, they added Kenny Pickett, Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett.
He is. He actually took snaps in that game.
But I just like what I've seen from that. I think those are good changes.
Got all the Super Bowl experience you need.
They also got John Mechie.
Yes.
All right. I thought you were pretty solid at wide receiver with some of that stuff. It ain't the wide receivers you need to be worrying about.
Mm-hmm. You need to protect Bryce Young.
It's the protection and the guy passing the ball. But man, yeah, the Packers they've made a few moves, nothing super crazy.
Same thing with the Eagles, right? Yeah. There's nothing out there that's
other
than this is it. The best move they got was Woolen from Seattle.
Yeah.
And to pair up with Quignon and Coop, that's that corner that corner position's locked up out there in Philly right now.
What about what do you think about Walker signing with the Chiefs?
It lets you know where Isaiah Pacheco is.
Well, he's gone.
Yeah, well, I know, but it lets you know what they thought about it, right? Like they're going to go off and give this guy his bag.
I like the pickup of Walker. I think that's kind of what they miss. I think they've relied so much on Mahomes that they haven't really, even Pacheco was more of, like, he could run the ball, don't get me wrong, but he's more of a, hey, we're putting you in, we'll hand you the ball some, but we want you more as a pass catching
back.
Yeah, pass catching back. And I think teams are wising up in that, like, oh, Kansas City's not running the ball, they're going to throw the ball.
Yeah, but I just feel like, I don't know. I like the move, but at the same time, I feel like you could have gotten a solid piece in the second round.
You probably could, but you've got a known
Yeah, you got a known Super Bowl winning MVP.
Yes.
To come on board. That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. And you got a guy that you can hand the ball off 20 times a game.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna get you yards.
Fair enough.
Gonna get you yards. You can get running backs in the second, third, fourth round. You can get them.
Yeah.
But you never know what exactly. You know what you're getting with Walker.
No, you're going to get a strong workhorse back. It'll be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, sir. Oh, man. The free agency stuff was it's still going on. There's still people making moves.
The Broncos made the move for Waddle today. You're seeing deals that are just taking a little bit longer to, work out and show up.
Yeah, it's trying to put it all together. The Broncos are making moves to try to improve their team. I like the addition of Waddle.
Oh yeah, I mean the 1-2 punch with Cortland Sutton.
You're getting
Waddle's great.
you're
Yeah.
getting Nick's more weapons, and that's great. You already got a very good defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can kind of stand pat on that right now. Offense isn't terrible. They do struggle from time to time. There are some spots. I think Denver led the league in most 3 and outs, which sounds crazy for a team that was the number 1 seed.
Yeah,
in the AFC.
He could have had with the Eagles probably. I thought they would have been leading the league in 3 and out.
Yeah, yep, it was. I'm pretty sure it was Denver, but yeah. I mean, other than that, let's see. There's guys still out there. Free agency market as of right now. You still got Juwan Jennings is still out there, which I'm surprised they didn't bring him back.
I was shocked that Alec Pierce got.
He got a huge deal.
Yeah.
Who did Buffalo? Did Buffalo just sign Bradley Chubb? That's who they got?
Yeah.
Buffalo. And let Bosa walk?
Yeah.
As a free agent? Because Bosa is still available.
Yeah, and they're talking about that he'll probably end up in San Francisco with his brother.
There's a chance. The guy I think that is probably on that is they have ESPN has him ranked as the 3rd best available. I do not think this guy is playing this year, and that is going to be Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to.
I don't think he's going to play this year.
He's still out there and available, so
he's still out there and available. But he's got some stuff.
Got a lot to deal with
that he's going to be dealing with. You still got Aaron Rodgers out there. You still have Kirk Cousins. You still have Debo. I mean, there's David Njoku is still out there.
Yes. And you see that Goddard signed a deal with the Eagles, so it's another destination less for Njoku to end up.
Yeah. I like Njoku. I think he could be very good. Depending on who he's got throwing the ball to him.
Here's my question. Let's say the Dolphins, what are they doing? We talk about losing Waddle, and then they go off and sign Malik Willis and let Tua walk.
I think they are 100% into a 100% full rebuild. I think if someone makes them the right offer, Achan's out of there too.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we're looking at. But as Malik Willis, do you think those discussions were had with him when he's like looking, yeah, you can come in, you can be the starter. We're going to get rid of Tua, but we're not looking at a rebuild. We think we can win now. If you're told that, you sign and then you see him ship off your best remaining target.
Your best remaining target. Yeah, I don't know. That just seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
I mean, they're definitely in rebuild. That's where they're going.
Agreed.
It's just holy smokes, dude. They've got like I think I saw $150 million in dead cap money.
Oof.
From
the
Tua and Hill and everything they've done. Waddle adds to it. Chubb adds to it. Like, it's just crazy. Like, half of their salary cap is dead money.
Yeah, maybe that's why you got to be in full build. Yeah, you saw Kyler Murray get moved to the Vikings. That'd be interesting. Well, not moved. I mean, he got released and signed a 1-year deal with the Vikings.
I would have signed him too. I like the move. I mean, they're only paying him like $1.3 million.
Well, yeah, because the deal's being eaten by Arizona. Yeah. So
Arizona's eating that money. I don't like it in the sense that it's in my division because I do believe Kyler Murray is a huge upgrade over J.J. McCarthy.
I mean, Carson Wentz wasn't. He was already in the building.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think you can bag McCarthy. I don't think you can just give up on him yet. I think you can let Murray come in here and be your starter. I mean,
have you seen the offensive line for the Vikings and
Yeah,
their
they're-
average height?
yeah, they're huge. They're huge. It's either
They're one of the tallest offensive lines in the league.
and the crazy part is I trust O'Connell with quarterback play.
Fair.
Here's my take. I don't think it was him that wanted McCarthy.
Okay.
Like, I think they would have been fine re-signing Darnold. I think it was front office stuff like that. That's like, hey, we can get a kid. We'll draft a kid, and then we'll use Darnold as our stopgap. And then Darnold came out and played well, and they're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
what do we do now? We just drafted the kid that's supposed to be the heir apparent
Then thrust him into action before he's ready.
before he was ready.
Yeah.
Because he spent his entire rookie year hurt. He couldn't practice, couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know, he's essentially treatment the entire time. And then, last year was essentially his rookie year. And, we have the same opinion. I have no problem sitting a guy that I drafted in the first round.
No, not at
None.
all.
You're talking about buyer's remorse. Let's talk about Atlanta. I mean, how much buyer's remorse do you have to have over Michael Penix for you to go out and sign Tua?
Well, I mean, yeah, because
You got him on the cheap. Don't get me wrong.
you're already sitting here regretting the Kirk Cousins, and then
Well, you're regretting the Kirk Cousins deal because you turned around and used a pick that you could legitimately have gotten some help for your team
yes,
on a quarterback.
on a quarterback when you just signed the guy. The
Yeah.
guy's been in the building for a month.
Yeah. Like, you can't tell me that was the plan.
No.
I mean, that's why that guy doesn't have a job anymore.
Well, yeah.
That's why Matt Ryan is running your franchise.
Yes.
But it's just one of those, like, what are you doing? And then, like,
But is Matt Ryan running it right? Because, I mean, he went off and got to
I don't know about that one. I don't know if I'd have went out and got to. Just his concussion stuff scares the shit out of me.
Exactly. Like, how long is he going to?
But I will say, his healthy play, other than when it's below 50 degrees outside, has been solid.
Yeah.
Has been solid. And then you put him, you take him, you put him inside. So he's playing at least 8 games inside. And you're playing, how many more games in this? You're getting 9 games regardless inside. Did you get all your home games? Plus you get the Saints.
Yeah.
So you're playing half your games in the dome. And then you play 2 more games out in the South between Carolina and Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know what their schedule consists of. I'm just saying. I mean, you could be putting Tua in a better situation. I know they're saying it's going to be a quarterback competition. I don't believe there's such thing as a quarterback competition in Atlanta.
No.
I think Penix looked awful. I think he had a couple of games where he got lucky.
Yeah.
I
agree. No, I agree with you. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I liked Penix in college. I thought he was a good college quarterback. I don't think he's going to be a very good pro. I don't think.
Doesn't look like it. No, I mean, just from what you've seen. But yeah, that whole front office in Atlanta, they need a Shimmerwood.
I do need a Shimmerwood.
Yeah, Shimmerwood's an award-winning CBD seltzer that combines full-spectrum CBD with natural fruit shrubs, delivering a refreshing, stress-relieving drink that eases tension and promotes relaxation. And you get to save using Jabbo the Pod at checkout in the promo code box.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, you guys could go back and get Mekhi Beckham.
Yeah, he's out there.
He's out there.
I wouldn't be shocked if they took a waiver on him. Just depending, you got Landon Dickerson who contemplated retirement, but decided he's coming back, restructured the deal to be through 2027 instead of 2028.
Yep.
You got Lane Johnson who said he's coming back. Becton's probably not a bad idea. as a guy that's familiar with the system and all the offensive line, and just say he had crazy success, and that led to him getting that deal, and it just did not work out for him.
Yeah.
Well,
I think he was hurt last year too. I think when
at times,
he banged up a lot. The talking about moves that surprised me. What about the Jets trading for
Geno Smith?
Like,
Round 2.
What is that? I do have a suggestion for the Raiders, though. Got a suggestion. You're going to draft Mendoza. I still am, in fact, just because you draft that kid number 1 does not mean he has to play right now.
No.
Does not mean he has to play. Perfect guy they need. And I think he'd be the perfect guy at this point. Joe Flacco. And pretty much say, look, we're bringing you in. You're going to start right now.
We need you to teach this kid.
We want you to teach this kid. Between Flacco and the guy that owns the team in Brady, or owns part of the team.
Bring Tom Brady back just to play in the silver and black for a year.
No, I'm just saying, like, just those two guys' knowledge.
The knowledge, just the amount of years they've all played in the league. Yeah,
the professionalism.
Huge. Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
that's going to lead you in the right direction.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that will happen, but they're going to need a stopgap.
They're not going to need one because they're going to rush Mendoza out there. We know what they're going to do.
Yeah, and I think it's a horrible idea.
I agree. Yeah.
It's not like they're stepping into
success.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. That O-line has not improved.
Other than getting Linderbaum, that's it.
Well, I mean, I guess you could say that it's improved, but it's not improved enough to where you want to put a rookie quarterback back there. There's not a whole lot of weapons there. I mean, you do have probably the most reliable tight end in the game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you got a great running back, but still the protection needs to be there first. Let him learn with a good line or at least a stable line.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of why I like the Flacco bringing him in starter.
Not necessarily a bad move.
Don't get this kid killed like we've seen other first-round picks get killed when they didn't have enough.
David
Carr is the prime example. The Houston Texans.
Tim Couch.
Killed that kid. Tim Couch got killed in
Cleveland.
I mean, there's a lot of guys that have done it.
Oh, no. Who was it? Josh Rosen went over to Arizona, got fucking murdered.
Yeah.
I mean, there's guys that probably had some kind of chance and just set up for failure.
The crazy part is I actually liked Josh Rosen that year.
Yeah.
Just because here's a guy that played multiple years in college. Granted, his success wasn't as high as I'd like seen, but at the time, UCLA was still winning 8 or 9 games a year.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, they weren't in the spotlight.
Right.
But still, I mean, 8, 9 games a year, that's solid winning. You're playing with a guy. I mean, that's essentially all that Purdy did in college. We're not going to win a championship, but I'm going to get you 8, 9, maybe 10 wins.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to play very good football.
Exactly.
But who knows? Who knows?
Trey Lance agreed with the deal with the Chargers, so he's headed back.
Man, you want to feel old? Jadeveon Clowney is 33.
Whew. That'll do it.
I mean, the Flacco being 41 makes me feel old. But
I mean, it's still, yeah.
But the fact that, I just feel like Clowney was at South Carolina not very long ago. Not very long ago, and here we are. Jonnu Smith is still out there. A bunch of offensive linemen are still out there.
Yeah, there's ways to do it with some aging guys out there. Sure.
Well, there's Spencer Burford, a guard that played for San Francisco last year. He's only 26. 6'4", 300 pounds. Play either guard spot.
Impressive. Like that.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you need, if that's what you need. But yeah, you always see these old offensive linemen. It's like this dude's 36, this dude's 36. Cameron Jordan is 37. Why are you not retired? No, you're not very good anymore. Bobby Wagner's 36.
I mean, you think about it.
I mean, he's been around a long, long time.
Legion of Boom was 10 years ago.
I'm on a dude that's
If
kind of
not more.
Yeah. I'm on a dude that fell off. Brian Robinson Jr. I remember a couple of years ago, he was supposed to be the guy in Washington.
Yeah, they traded him to San Francisco.
And
yeah, he was kind of just.
He had 400 yards last year, sitting behind McCaffrey. Which, you're not. McCaffrey's going to play.
As long as he's healthy, he's going to play the ballgame. Next year, he's not going to be. And then.
The odds of him playing every game next year is.
It's every other year rotation.
Yeah.
Not draft him in fantasy next year. Heads up now. Just an early
pick.
Yeah.
Not picking him.
Yeah, this is a early suggestion for anybody listening.
What do you think about the Texans acquiring David Montgomery?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that move.
It's interesting to pair up with what's his name down there.
That's where Pacheco ended up, in Detroit.
Yes. Yeah, they signed Pacheco after they dealt Montgomery,
yeah.
to Houston.
Which I don't know how much. I mean, Pacheco will get some run because they're used to that, but after just seeing what Jahmyr Gibbs can do.
They knew what they wanted. They knew what they were getting into when they signed that or drafted the.
Oh, yeah, they did. That shit pissed me off so bad because you could see it. You could see the glimpses.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're like, why are you taking this guy out?
Yeah, why are you taking his carries? Give him more touches.
Give him more touches. More touches, even more yards.
Yes.
Which, I mean, he did. I mean, he was definitely, not that Montgomery's anything to shy away from. He's a good player, too. Still got Russell Wilson sitting out there, too.
Yeah, there's talks of him going to back up Mahomes. And I guess ultimately Justin Fields was younger, made more sense. Get it.
Yeah. I don't want Russell Wilson on my team.
No, not at all. He brings a media circus.
Yeah, I don't even know how he brings a media circus. Like,
he's not interesting. He's dull as hell.
Yeah, pretty much. What's really sad is he's exactly what you want your quarterback
no, I agree.
to be.
Yeah,
because you want him to be
Mm-hmm.
You don't want him being a show.
No,
you don't want him being Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you don't want him being Pavia from Vandy.
No, God, another dude that just wrecked it. You talking about this guy?
Yep,
can't do anything right.
Not a bit.
From talking smack at the Heisman stuff, and then pretty much. He played okay at senior day and stuff, but then his interview process was just like awful.
Yeah.
Like saying everything you don't want your starting quarterback to say.
No, not at all.
Like you talking about a guy trying to tank his draft stock on purpose.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, maybe I'll get to back up, somebody like Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh or something. Who knows?
Dude, if Pittsburgh brings him back, I don't know what.
Why not? What do you got there?
Gonna reunite him with Mike McCarthy?
Yeah.
Ugh. Speaking of which, I hated that move too. The fuck is that?
That was dumb.
Like, what? But I will say in Mike McCarthy's defense, he will have coached 3 of the most legendary franchises in all of football.
Impressive, actually.
If you think about it. Green Bay, Dallas, Pittsburgh.
And now Pittsburgh. Those are 3 of the most recognizable teams in all of history. NFL.
Yeah. It's iconic franchises.
Yeah.
To be honest. You add San Francisco to that mix. Maybe Washington. Maybe. I can't put Miami in that since they haven't won a playoff game. Last time they won a playoff game, Castaway.
Was the top movie?
with the top movie.
Jesus. Yeah, I guess because when you go back, you say San Francisco, Chicago, maybe.
Fuck Chicago.
I know.
Chicago's got the history, though. I mean,
they got good beef sticks.
Yeah, you do have good beef sticks. Speaking of which, Big Fork brand. Oh, Lord. Yeah, man. Got me on that one.
Get the meat sticks.
Big Fork Brands creates bacon sauces, paleo pork jerky, Chicago-style dog and burger sauces, along with the craft meat sticks like no one else. They've been featured in Food and Wine, Chicago Tribune, QVC, and it has been praised for bringing bold flavors and unmatched qualities. Customers rave about the products, calling them unlike anything else, which their meat sticks are fantastic. Yeah.
Agreed.
Go to the website, bigforkbrand.com, put in Jabbo the pod in the promo code, get a 20% off discount.
Absolutely, sir.
That's insane, sir. Insane. You brought that up, and I'm like, oh, let's spit that out.
I saw some kind of poll. Like, they did the most viewed or searched football teams by state.
Really?
Yeah.
Most?
Who do you think was the most searched football team across the NFL this
year? I don't want to. What says? I don't think it's Green Bay.
Not.
I don't think it's Philly. Really?
It is Philadelphia.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
I was surprised. I was.
Was it them searching who the fuck is their offensive coordinator and why does he still have a job? Is it that? Was that why is it the most searched?
It didn't say what the search was. It was just search for teams.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm guessing it may come from Google or whatever. And it's like what was searched, it would by team name.
Yeah. I get it. Eagles are number one.
Yeah. So, fuck you, Dallas. You're not America's team.
Dallas ain't been America's team for a long time.
No, not at all.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
I will say the only thing that sucks is like there's so many bandwagon Eagles fans now, and it's fucking annoying.
They didn't live through the struggle.
No, not at all. That's fucking bullshit. That's what I fucking get out of here. I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't know. I didn't hear it.
Screaming from the background in there.
I thought it was something about it. Ain't it time for you to go home?
Man, yeah. I'm fucking tired of them.
Oh, dude, I've been tired of Dallas since the 90s.
Yeah. But I'm more talking about like the bandwagon fans, the guys, the people that didn't live it. Like they all hop on and say, yeah, I'm Eagles fan, because we've won 2 Super Bowls here recently. Like,
I mean, like the Chiefs and New England fans over the last 10 years.
Yeah, those, like, now we acquire them, and it's like, no, motherfucker.
Go away. You go back over there.
Yeah, go back to cheering the Chiefs again. Like, I'm sure you still got that Mahomes jersey hanging up in your closet somewhere.
Right next to that Brady jersey.
Yeah, right next to the Tom Brady jersey. Like, those fucking assholes. They didn't live it. They don't
know the struggle.
Right. You know, like they don't deserve that at all.
Yeah. Yep. And my dad for Christmas year bought Taylor and my niece's kids all like official jerseys with like their names and stuff on the back of them. And he got Taylor a Kelsey jersey and put her name on the back of it. And I'm like, that's cool. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Whatever. I thought he was going to retire too, but apparently he's coming back too.
Yep, he's coming back for year 14.
I mean, he's only making like $15 million or something like
Oh,
that.
no.
I you know.
But he's about to marry the richest woman in the world.
She's got to be. She's up on the list. I don't know if she's the richest.
Probably not, but I'm just saying. Like, I think she's worth $1.8 billion.
Yeah, the richest woman in the world, I believe, is Jeff Bezos' ex-wife.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
I believe.
Yeah, I think you might
it's
be right.
her or the Walton.
Oh, the Walton
lady.
Grandkids.
Yeah, there's one of the Walton ladies.
Yeah. Walmart heirs.
Yeah, the Walmart heirs.
heiresses.
Yeah. I mean, they all got
Well, yeah, 100%.
crazy that little old airport in Arkansas that has direct flights to every major city. And it's only because of Walmart.
100%.
That's it. Some little podunk airport in the middle of nowhere, BFE, Arkansas.
That makes sense. I mean, because they're probably have everybody that comes right into Little Rock for.
Yeah. Is it Little Rock? Is that where their office is?
I think it is. If I'm not mistaken, but yeah, that's
either
Walmart
Little
country.
Rock or Fayetteville. One of those two.
Ugh, both awful places.
Arkansas
Sure.
itself is awful. I've only been through there one time, and it was
Never been, never want to go.
it was so bad for us that I told you when we drove out to Vegas that we had planned on stopping in Memphis,
Yeah.
and then they're like, let's just keep driving. And then we were like, yeah, fuck Arkansas.
Yeah.
And then we stopped in Oklahoma.
Way better option.
Yeah, no, we're done with that. We're done with that. Oh, brother, you want to wrap this thing up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up with an ad from Old Glory.
Oh,
Yeah, you're speaking about your
you can go get your bandwagon
customized-
Eagle stuff.
Yeah, that your customized jerseys and shit. Anyways, Old Glory offers over 300,000 items for music, sports, entertainment, and pop culture fans, featuring officially licensed merch from iconic bands and top sports teams. Discover your perfect fan gear and save with the exclusive discount Jabba the Pod at checkout right there in that promo code box.
Awesome.
Yeah, man, it's been a good week. We got caught up quick. Feel like we got some covered.
Yeah, we won't be back later this week. It'll be sometime.
Yeah, sometime
early
next week. Might be Friday next week. Who knows? Whatever works out for the schedule, we'll make it happen. But time to drink some more green beers and celebrate St. Patty's Day the correct way.
Yeah, the correct way, sir.
Yes, sir. See
See you next week.
you next week.
All right.
Post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.